Picture this. You're living in Michigan and you're forming a well-known band as an incredible artist. You're working at your family's company and you're making a name for yourself. And then a worldwide pandemic hits and your lifestyle no longer becomes as sustainable as it once was. Instead of giving up, you pave a new path for yourself. You find a new passion in the world of project development and coding. That's exactly what our Grand Circus alumni, Adam Padden, did for himself. We were lucky enough to get to chat with him. Check it out.
I've always been a musician, so that was really my focus the past 10 years or so has been playing in bands, traveling, recording, just all those yeah all those sorts of things. Obviously though, that didn't pay the bills 100%, so I worked for my family's business, which was it was flexible because I could make my own hours and kind of be gone for periods of time and whatnot. And then I guess about at this point, it was beginning of 2021, I decided to pursue the Grand Circus Bootcamp. COVID obviously kind of just turned the world upside down for everybody, especially musicians. We couldn't really perform anymore and travel and whatnot. So it was kind of the perfect time for me to, make the decision to jump full into the coding thing. So
Adam told me he's always had a knack for working on computers. He says he's always enjoyed it. But when he started boot camp at Grand Circus, he realized he was pretty good at it too. He attributes his success partially to music and explains how he can connect the two worlds and what attracted him to the world of coding.
Of a relationship between music and math and programming, they're kind of think to a certain extent use similar parts of the brain or something. So when I'm listening to music or playing music, obviously I'm constantly trying to find patterns or things like that, which I think translate well to programming and coding. So I guess what really drew me in though was okay, I would like a career, so you start to learn some of the coding things. That's kind of when I made that connection. But I guess initially it was sort of just wanting, seeming like it was an interesting career path and something that was doable.
Adam participated in the full stack JavaScript bootcamp, which he attributes a lot to his success in landing a full-time job at the company Accenture. I asked Adam, what did he learn about his experience with Grand Circus's bootcamp?
There's 12 of us in my cohort or whatever, my class. And I feel there was a handful of us who did a fair amount of training beforehand, which really benefited us from at the beginning. But I feel around week 5, we all hit a wall, the same wall together, where it was far beyond whatever we had, learned coming into it. I think right around when we were starting to learn React, that's kind of when I think a lot of us were, kind of all at the same level then, and equally confused, and I think David, our instructor, was really good at teaching, I guess, just problem solving. So if you don't know something, he kind of helped equip us with the tools to be able to find an answer, and not be afraid to ask questions and whatnot, which has been really helpful in my time at Accenture so far.
Adam's company was recently recruited to make a mobile app for the Special Olympics. With Adam and his team's experience, they were able to launch this app and make it come to life. Hear him recount his experience and tell us more about his app him and his team created over at Accenture.
It's basically just an application for attendance of the tournament, to kind of keep track of schedule and stats of the teams and the players, different events that are happening outside of the games, like the opening ceremony or some other cultural events and things like that. That's and then just information about the tournament, the history or things like that. So it's really not too complicated of an application. There's no login situation or anything like that, although you can follow your favorite teams and get updates about recent scores and whatnot. I actually enjoyed working with the with the design team. I think some developers aren't as keen to like, be talking to the designers and trying to make their designs like work, on the screen, so I actually enjoyed that aspect. Yeah, but overall, I mean, I just enjoyed the whole process of working with the team and, making it come to life.
Yeah, I think that's really interesting, especially from your musical background, that you liked, the creative aspects of working with that, digital team and seeing how to make it as cohesive as possible, with what you're creating, and then also making it pop with like colors and different design aspects. So that's really awesome. And you guys definitely hit a home run there.
Thank you.
When it comes to Grand Circus and your experience here, is there anything that you wish that you had known going into, art boot camps or even your work experience that you wish that you had known earlier?
They said it all through boot camp, don't be afraid to ask questions, but really don't be afraid to ask questions, because that's the only way anybody gets anything done, so.
We want to thank Adam so much for sharing his coding journey with us. You can look forward to more Grand Circus alumni stories right here on all of our social channels. Just remember, no matter who you are or where you're from, anyone can be a developer.